Hello, everybody. We're very, very fortunate today to have one of the peace community's true icons, and that is Frank Dorrel, publisher, film editor, film compilation master, and one of the most amazing peace activists that I've known in my entire life. And here we have a fabulous wall that's going to be up an entire month here at the Santa Monica Unitarian Church. And there will be a showing of his most recent project, which is to promote the wonderful documentary about Brian S. Wilson called Paying the Price for Peace. And that's going to be the 20th of May at 7 o'clock here at the Santa Monica Unitarian Church. So without much more ado, I'm going to introduce you or allow Frank Dorrel to tell us all about it.
Thanks, Maureen, thanks. Yeah, I'm here at the Santa Monica Unitarian Church, and today is Sunday, March 19th, and this whole month we've had the art wall up, thanks to Beverly Allison, who was her idea. You can see behind here, it's not real, I'm not an artist, but what we have is the posters from the things I do. The poster from Addicted to War, the book I published. 2002 to today, we put out almost 250,000 of this book, Addicted to War, Why the U.S. Can't Get Militarism by Joel Andreas. Here's actually the book right here. Fantastic book. And behind me, as Maureen said, the poster for Paying the Price for Peace, the story of S. Brian Wilson, which just came out last June. We worked on that film for over 5 years. I worked with the director, producer, Bo Badar and Brian, and a lot of people helped us support and fund this movie. And it's going to be playing at the church here, in Santa Monica Church, Unitarian Church, on Saturday, May 20th, 7 o'clock. It's a free screening. And we've been showing it around for the last few months, and it's a fantastic film and about Brian Wilson, but it's got 25 other great actors in the film. And right there is the poster for Arlington West. The memorial is down at the Santa Monica Pier, not far from here. It's been there every Sunday since, I think, 2004. Julie was there the first Sunday, I remember. Andy, our friend Andy, built the first 600 crosses in our garage. And they've been there all this time, and it's such an amazing effort they do. It's to draw attention to the war in Iraq and the people that put that memorial up. It's run by Veterans for Peace Los Angeles. And that's a poster of the film called Arlington West. It was made by Peter Dudar and Sally Marr. And that it is the memorial out there. It's an incredible place right next to the pier in Santa Monica. And every Sunday, if you ever get a chance to go down there and see that, still happening. And then here we have a poster of Code Pink, which is the great anti-war peace group. And they got a couple offices here in Venice. Co-founders are Jody Evans and Medea Benjamin. And they were here today, tabling with me, some of the Code Pink people, and they do great work. They do everything. And Medea is in our film, by the way, Paying the Price for Peace. And what else do we have here? We have our, well, this is the award, you probably can't read it, that when I was honored by the Office of Americas, and from Blaise and Teresa Bonpane. Blaise was going to be here today, but he couldn't make it because he did his show on KPFK today live, and he said, he's 87, he said, it tires me out, Frank, I don't know if I can make it by. So, but they honored me in 2007, which is a big night for me to be honored by Blaise and Teresa Bonpane, who I've been hearing for years, over 35 years on KPFK. 90.7 FM, where I learned all the truth about U.S. foreign policy. And speaking of that, I'll just jump over to the poster of KPFK over here. It's right over here under the banner. Once again, you can see the letters there, KPFK 90.7 FM here in Los Angeles. It's where I learned the truth about U.S. foreign policy, and it's the place you still can learn it. They don't have sponsors, so they put on people that are truth tellers, people that are in the Addicted to War book and in our film. And they're still doing it, and there's no place quite like KPFK. And here is the peace flag that was made by Peter Dudar and Sally Marr, and I think it was right after 9/11, I think, in 2001 or 2, they made it, and it's a beautiful, they're great artists and filmmakers, but artists all the way around for peace. And that's their banner, their peace flag. What else we got here? And then here's our Addicted to War banner that we made some years ago. Andy Manoff designed it, and we actually had a billboard where Hollywood and Sunset crisscrossed in Hollywood. There's 5 streets that crisscross there, and we got that up for 1 month on this big, huge billboard. was quite something to see. There were 100,000 cars drive by there every day. And Yumi Kiguchi from Japan, now living in Hawaii, paid for that. It was $5,000. And then we have over here, No More Victims. The No More Victims a picture. It's a picture sent to me by Cole Miller, founder of No More Victims, and his wife Ann Miller. And you see some of the children there that they brought to the United States. These are all severely war-injured children in Iraq that were injured by the United States. And there's Sally Alawi and her sister and some of the other kids. Some of those kids were in our house. And they were just, living in their country. And U.S. bombs dropped. One of the girls was shot by a sniper in her car. I mean, anyway, but their work that the No More Victims has done is really amazing because everybody cares when they see injured children. And they did great work there. And the next banner, or the next two posters, that's my film that I made. What I've learned about U.S. foreign policy, the war against the third world. You see that's the front cover and that's the back cover there. It's now 13 segments I edited together from other films and speakers. My first speaker is Martin Luther King, who spoke out against the war in Vietnam. Most of us believe that's why they killed him. And my last speaker is S. Brian Wilson, who the other film's about. And in between there, we have ex-CIA John Stockwell and ex-CIA Phil Agee, and we have Amy Goodman on there, and we have Cover Up Behind Iran Contra Affair about that issue. We have the Genocide by Sanctions issue in Iraq, between the two wars, the sanctions the United States placed on Iraq was causing 5,000 children a month to die. And that film features former Attorney General Ramsey Clark in Iraq. And after that, Amy Goodman is there, who is, I think, the best journalist in America, telling so much truth. She's on, her show is Democracy Now!, and she's on over 1,400 stations all over the country. You can hear her on KPFK. You can go on her website, Democracy Now!, and hear her, and she really covers so much truth in this country, more than anybody else I'm aware of. And she's also in our film, Paying the Price for Peace, and she's in my film. Well, that's it, because that's what I'm talking about. Excuse me. She's in my film there, What I Learned About U.S. Foreign Policy. And then that's followed up by The Panama Deception. I have 22 minutes to Panama Deception, made by Barbara Trent and David Casper. That won the Academy Award in 1992 as Best Documentary. And I'm surprised that it won, because it tells the truth about the U.S. invasion of Panama in 1991. But it's a great film, narrated by the late Elizabeth Montgomery. Brilliant film. And they also made the other film, Cover Up Behind Iran Contra Affair, was made by the Barbara Trent and the Empowerment Project. And after that, what we have? We have Crisis in the Congo. That one I just added 2 years ago, and it's a horrible situation going on in the Congo where they estimate over 6 million people have died since the 1990s, and over their minerals and their things, the oil they have, and the elements that go into cell phones and all, and computers. And all these people are being killed there, and the United States is, of course, right behind it all, unfortunately. And after that, we have Dr. Dalia Wasfi, who I met at the Code Pink House some years ago. Her father's Iraqi, her mother's Jewish. She was born in Iraq. She was raised in Brooklyn. A doctor, graduated college in this country. Dynamic speaker, telling all his truth. And then people always complain I never had anything in the film about Israel and Palestine. So I added 2 years ago, former President Jimmy Carter talking about Israel and Palestine based on his book. His book called Palestine. What's it say over like?
Peace.
Peace, not apartheid. Excuse me, I should lack of sleep here. And Jimmy wrote that book. That's the name of his book. And what he says in this short 5-minute clip of him is the problem in Israel. The problem over there is that Israel illegally and immorally occupies Palestine. And so now my film has something about Israel and Palestine, given none other than our former president, Jimmy Carter. And, and Ramsey Clark, former Attorney General Ramsey Clark, one of the great speakers, great people in this country, who was an Attorney General under LBJ, but Ramsey for the last 35, 40 years has been speaking out. They don't even want to ever talk about him because he speaks out so much truth. And so anyway, that's my film. Sorry for that long ramble on the film. And then next to that is the banner, the Veterans for Peace banner, which I'm a member of Veterans for Peace. I was in the Air Force, and Veterans for Peace are all over the country and the world, actually. And these are guys who've been in the military, World War II, Korea, Vietnam, Afghanistan, and Iraq, and wherever else, who have got out of the military and pretty much have come to the conclusion that the wars are wrong, they're immoral, they're illegal, and they're about lies. And Veterans for Peace is a great organization. And that last poster at the very end down there, it's about the School of the Assassins, the School of the Americas, located at Fort Benning, Georgia, which has been going on for 25 years. It's our own terrorist training school. They talk about a war on terrorism in the United States, but we have our own school where they train soldiers from Latin America to terrorize people and kill people and assassinate people in other countries. And I've been there like 9 or 10 times every year at November. They have a big mass vigil there. It was as big as 25,000 people marching on Fort Benning, asking to close Fort Benning. And that School of America's Watch is led by Father Roy Bourgeois, who's a fantastic anti-war activist, who, like Brian Wilson, went to Vietnam as a Republican conservative believer in this system and everything he was told. But after the war, he saw the light and got involved in all this. And anyway, that's the wall. That's more than 5 minutes. I'm happy to, over here, we have James over here, the young man over here is involved in the church, and they're going to show James, I got the film for you, they're going to show James and his Faith in Action Peace Committee is going to screen Paying the Price for Peace, the story of S. Brian Wilson, once again on Saturday, May 20th at 7 o'clock, free screening. I'm really happy about that, because right now my biggest job of all is trying to get people to see this film. So hopefully this video will go viral and millions of people will want to see it and buy it and want to get Addicted to War. They can go to my website, addictedtowar.com. You can buy the book there from me, and you can actually read the book online. You don't have to buy it if you want. Same with my film, you can watch it online. So I think I've rambled enough. I didn't mention my wife here. She's sitting over there, Jane, next to Gil Toff. But I will finish by saying, right here in this church, Santa Monica Unitarian Church, right over there, where I'm pointing, I met my wife Jane in the Forbes Hall where they have coffee after the service in 1982, and that's where I met her the first time. And in 1988 we got married, and it's now 2017 and we're still together. And Jane supports everything I do. I couldn't do it all without you, Jane. Is that a good ending? And all my friends, and moving Julie and Maureen and Polly and Gil and everybody else, and all the throngs that were here today to greet me and my reception. Got it.